Pendulum Storm is really that. As the name would suggest, it destroys as many cards in each player's pendulum zones as possible. Then you can destroy one spell and trap. I guess if that second effect wasn't there, Wavering Eyes would just be clearly better. But since it's on that motherfucker, yippee! Yes, this is a normal spell, so you can only play it on your turn, but I still think this card is good. I could be terribly wrong about this, even though I don't think I am. Harpies Feather Duster could get banned in the OCG. Let's just think about it for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Having Feather Duster, Pendulum Storm, and Twin Twister. That does not seem healthy. I understand having hate for pendulums and shit, but damn, Feather Duster need to go somewhere. And in a TCG, we are never, ever, 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 ever getting Heavy Storm or Feather Duster. At least I don't think so. And hell, with shit like this, I don't even think you need it. The average pendulum deck would like to go first, set up their scales, do a whole bunch of something, and the end result should be them proverbially whip that dick out. Whip that dick out. Do you want to suck it now or later? Pendulum, as a monster type and a summoning mechanic, is pretty annoying if you cannot interact with the pendulum zones. Pendulum Storm does that, and if they just happen to set a spell or trap. Get wrecked, bitch! Wavering Eyes is a card in most situations is generally better than this because it's kind of sort of a combo starter. But you can play Pendulum Storm and not have to worry about blowing up so many cards in the Pendulum Zone to get an additional effect. So with Wavering Eyes, you would normally want to just get the search off, but if you're not playing a deck with at least one Pendulum monster in the motherfucker, what the fuck good is Wavering Eyes? Sure, you get to deal them 500. Who gives a shit? I just never was a fan. I guess I may see of playing Wavering Eyes when I couldn't get any bit of value from the motherfucker. You typically are not going to be destroying 3 or 4 cards in the Pendulum Zone with the shit anyway. So what exactly are you missing? At least with Pendulum Storm, you're taking at least 2 cards. At least! Because I think there has to be at least 1 card in the Pendulum Zone for you to activate this card. Whether some of you motherfuckers like it or not, more Pendulum archetypes are coming out. A card like this is going to be very, very fucking important. I'm not trying to hype the card and say that it's going to wreck pendulums. It's just nice to be able to have the pendulum player start over. Because it's a hell of a lot harder for them to replace both their cards in the pendulum zones than one. I could actually see Pendulum Storm and or Twin Twister being a replacement, at least in the main deck, for MST. Because MST still has its uses. Before I forget, let's talk about Pendulum Impenetrable. It has a whole lot of text, but what it does is it protects your cards in the Pendulum zones from stuff. If your Pendulum playing opponent has this, and if they set something else, you just target the card that you don't know. Yes, it does protect for the turn, but a Pendulum-based deck more likely needs to complete the scales, and a better card than Pendulum Impenetrable for them to actually do some shit. Because they go first, they only start with 5 cards. And if you're playing something that's reactive, that's a card that you could have used to kill them. Do you even see Pendulum Impenetrable played in like any Pendulum-based shit? No? No? Because you're better off playing something better. I expect to see a lot of play when the time is right. And that time might be sooner than a lot of you motherfuckers think. You're welcome in advance. So, thank you for watching. If you would like to help me make some money, some cash, all I ask you to do is take literally seconds and click at least one advertisement. This may require you to take off ad block if you're using it. So I humbly ask you to take that shit off, nigga. And of course, you got to put it back on when you're done. Thank you very much in advance. It's very much appreciated, and you have my gratitude. Pendulum Storm and Twin Twister in the same set. Stop being bitches, bitch! So much for anti-meta. Rip and pepperoni. Pizza?